Islam Makhachev,
Makhachev.
the one who stopped Charles Oliveira, the midget beater and the room heater, the handsome Russian from Makhachkala, the pound for pound best fighter in the world. He's fighting Arman Tsarukyan. Now, most of you are probably hearing the name of Arman Tsarukyan for the first time, and that's okay. He's not a big name in the UFC. Based on the brief intro I just gave you of the two fighters of a main event of UFC 311, you're probably thinking Islam is going to win. Easy fight, easy money, first round finish, dump all your money on Islam. No, brother, that is not what is going to happen this weekend. Alright? Arman is the toughest challenge for Islam right now, and no other fighter at lightweight can give Islam any problem. Like if Islam beats Arman this week, then he's not going to lose to anyone for at least 2 years. There are no new rising contenders at lightweight who look promising enough to challenge the greatness of the Russian fighters. And you know what's interesting? Everybody says lightweight is the toughest division in the UFC, and I agree. I fully agree. It has some of the best pound for pound fighters in the world, but right now it lacks new contenders. The best prospect at lightweight right now is Paddy the Baddy, the scouser from England who likes pizza and gets too fat between fights.
I'm a scouser. We don't get knocked out. We crack on through anything.
Brother, if that's the best contender at lightweight right now, Islam will smash the whole division 2 3 times before retiring, or maybe moving up. If you know some of the new contenders, let me know in the comments. And by the way, I'm looking for some subscribers, so jab the subscriber and come back for more UFC content. Okay, so let's focus on the fight. Islam versus Arman. This is the second fight in the UFC. They previously fought in 2019 and it was a good fight, a close fight. A lot of wrestling in that fight. Arman was very young and very new, but he stood his base and fought 3 hard rounds with Islam. Obviously, Islam won the fight, but I don't think the fight this week will look anything like that. Both of them are very different fighters right now. Islam has improved a lot on his striking game. We have seen him stand and win exchanges with Oliveira, Volkanovski, Dustin Poirier. These are some very elite strikers, and Islam has shown that he's better than everybody. Arman's striking game is not at the same level, but he has bombs in his hands. If he catches Islam clean on the chin, he can knock him out with one punch. That's the kind of power he has. Very dangerous guy. And he's the second best wrestler in the division. I don't think he has better wrestling than Islam, but he is good enough to stop Islam's takedowns. I think both fighters will try to wrestle each other, but nobody will be able to hold the other one down and will end up having more of a striking battle. And if you look at Islam's previous fights, what can you take from those fights? The two Volkanovski fights and the Dustin Poirier fight. What I see is that Islam is a very good fighter, the most skilled fighter, the pound for pound best fighter in the world, but he's beatable. He's not invincible like Habib. We have seen him in trouble. We have seen him bleed. We have seen him fail takedowns. We have seen him getting knocked down. We have seen him getting knocked out. So if you're going to dismiss Arman, you should think again. His last fight was against Oliveira and he got out of a very tight submission and then smashed Oliveira. So if you ask me, is Islam beatable? Yes, he is beatable. Is Arman beating him this weekend? No. Arman is not beating Islam. A fight is always dangerous, but I think Islam will come up with a very specific striking game for Arman. His coaches always give him a very unique game plan. He brought kicks for the rematch against Volkanovski and then knocked him out cold. People still don't believe that even happened and call it AI or some made up shit. If you noticed, he didn't throw kicks against Dustin or Oliveira. He came up with the kicks game plan only against Volkanovski. So everything he does is a well sorted out game plan, and I don't think Arman is ready for that. Arman is still very young and very good actually. Maybe the second best fighter at lightweight. But he'll have to wait for the UFC belt until Islam retires or moves up to beat up Bilal or Shavkat. And you know what? I want Islam to win. I want to see Islam move up to 170 pounds. Like, this is what everybody is looking forward to. There are so many exciting matchups waiting for him at 170 pounds, and we'll miss out on all that if Islam loses this week. So pray to the gods you believe in that Islam wins and announces he's moving up to save all of us from Bilal Muhammad.